Hi, Hogziller here again for another installment of our Let's Plays series. Today we will be playing a game I recently found, Tropico 6. So a little history on this game before we hop into a Sandbox game. It Tropico 6 was developed by Limbrick Entertainment, published by Calypso Media, and was released on March 29th, 2019. It was later ported over to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in September of that same year, and it appears they're going to also release a version for the Nintendo Switch. This game was given a general favorable rating from critics, and through my gameplay so far, I agree with that this is a fairly good game. I know in prior videos that I've narrated that I've generally stuck to older games of my collection. But in this case, Steam had this game out as a free demo over the weekend, or a free play over the weekend, and I ended up buying the game. I liked it so much, so this is where I might be taking the channel with some newer games. I'm not sure. But we're going to play some Sandbox play today. You can also do missions on this, which I've also published some videos on for speed running. So let's go ahead and start a new game. We have our tutorial missions in Sandbox. We're gonna start with a large map, lots of landmass, no plateaus. Let's put a whole bunch of islands out there. I might actually, I was thinking of changing, just make it some main island. I want large. We're just gonna make it easy for this video. Climate normal, variation, medium. We'll have filthy rich resources. Let's go ahead and disable volcano. We'll just hit the map generator seed a couple times. Starting era colonial 75. You have a nice variety here that you can start with. We'll start out with a lot of money, foreign aid plenty. Let's go ahead and keep the Caribbean happiness at strong. Political difficulty. Let's go with forgiving for now. Opposition, let's just bump that up just a little bit to reluctant. Disasters, let's go with rare. Pirate difficulty, we'll bump that up a little bit. And then how do we determine our victory? I could have these all set at none and just play the game infinitely, but there's no way to win it. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. Or do I want to do it by treasury? Let's go ahead and bump this up to 250,000 in the Swiss bank account, which I'll talk about later. But I think I got everything all set here. Let's go ahead and hit Start Map and see what kind of map has been generated. I like these like postcard-like images while stuff is loading or you're transitioning to screens. I really like these. I'd like some of these to be my background, honestly. So some of the stuff I've been doing right now is I've been trying to get through some of the achievements. I'm not going to do any in this particular video, but I know in a recent video I published, and this is coming out significantly later than that, but I had ones where you had to get all the great wonders at the same time. and no imports. And there were a couple other items, but what I just did right there was I connected my dock. So everything's going to run through your dock. Everything that you want to import or export. And as the game goes along, I'll probably consider putting multiple of these docks in, and multiple ships coming to pay a visit. But we're going to stick with the one right now. So we have this small capital, as you can see here. We have our palace, where you can select the El Presidente. I like this nice Banana Republic feel to the game, where you're in control, where every other kind of like sim game, you're either a president or mayor in a much more structured and official capacity. Here, you're just trying to survive in the Caribbean. But you got these tabs usually across the top, and the upgrades is one of them for most items. And I want to get more guard positions, get jobs for these people that are in shacks. How do this stuff get from, let's say, a ranch to your port? Or maybe your ranch to a tannery, in this case, for the hides? Well, that is via Teamster's office. So, these are essential. And you can determine how fast they work or how much they get paid. If you got some jobs that are paid less and some that are paid more, all the people are going to flock first to the jobs that pay more if they're close by. In this case, I'm going to max out the payment to Teamsters, and normally I would go with second shift, but this game is defined by eras. You have the colonial, then the world wars, the Cold War, and then modern times. So I can't add a second shift until the world wars. So I gotta basically throw him the governor when we should see later in the game. Construction office, definitely need those people. I need the 4 more hands because I'm going to be doing a lot more building here early on. So let's talk about building up this island paradise. First thing we want to do is see what we have for resources, for land, and other stuff. Let's select the archipelago view. We see we got 4 islands. I'm thinking like down the road stuff here. I should be able to bridge that gap. If I go right here, I should be able to bridge this gap. And, ooh, this is going to be close, but I think right here we should be able to bridge this gap, maybe. We might have to use a Teamster's port. But let's go ahead, let's see what kind of resources we have out here. I'll talk about these buttons a little more in a second. Oh, man, we got a lot of resources really close by. So we got some iron, some coal, some gold, some more coal, more iron, more gold on this island. A lot of iron and coal. I haven't seen nickel come up yet. They did not give me any nickel. That was real nice of them. That's going to make it problematic. Not problem. Well, a little problematic later. Oil. I wonder if I can't see the resources because I don't need them yet. Because I'm going to have to import uranium later if I can't see that. But let's see here. We're definitely gonna want to keep that in mind here. Let's build down. We can build down. Let's go ahead and get our plantations going here. We're gonna need some corn just for local consumption. Then let's get some sugar going for our rum that we're gonna go with later. So this shows where you're gonna get the most if you plant a field out of. So as you can see here, I have an efficiency on the right hand side of the screen right here of 85%, followed by 97%. You can allow the construction people to build this, or in this case, I'm going to go with quick build, which means it'll build it instantaneously. Another thing we're going to try and get here is trees, but I just got to see where this iron is. I just think we're going to build some mines right away, because I want to make sure I don't overbuild something and okay. Yeah, we're gonna need some houses here. I messed up. There's a weird thing with the roads where they have to be 2 tiles long at least. So there we go. We got, in order for the Teamsters then to get to the resources, you need to have them connected to the road and have the green arrow. So here you got your task overview. You're going to have tasks you need to, or maybe you don't want to complete. Here, your almanac will have everything that's going on with your tropic paradise. Edicts is a way of manipulating your environment, where you'll say you can give food to the people, or maybe you want to give no free lunch. Some will satisfy some, factions, and some might positive and negatively impact factions, and some might benefit you and be not approved by factions. Research allows you to open up some of these different edicts. What I want to do right now is get Employee of the Month going, Advanced Boat Services, and Penal Colony. Maybe Child Allowance, but that might disappear later. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start seeing what other items I want to build. So we need a logging camp. Let's see how we want to do this, because what happens is you'll end up running out of trees eventually, and urban sprawl basically is going to take over here. I'm going to build some roads. Build my roads for this mine. Then let's go ahead and get that taken care of, so it's all connected together. I think we're in another Teamsters here. So let's just get that built. And industries, lumber mill. These will generate planks, which you can use for furniture or shipyards. So let's go ahead and get that built. Rum. Rum's a fairly consistent product here. I'm just wondering, do I want to do 2 of these right now? I don't think so. Let's just stick with 1. Tannery. That'll take those hides and turn it into leather. Let's hop back and build another cattle ranch. Let's build it right here. So I'm quick building most of this stuff. The only thing I forgot to quick build is these logging camps. Now let's go ahead and get our Fisherman's Wharf in. I'm trying to figure out how I want to build this. How the game will at least allow me to build it, I should say. I think we gotta get rid of this. You can program hotkeys for all this. I actually have not done that yet. So that's why you see me clicking on the construction. Else you can right click, like so. One other thing we want to build right away is a pirate cove. A pirate cove is your way of reaching out to the rest of the world and either loot stuff or take stuff or take other people's great wonders. And there's going to be other stuff we're going to build later, but we're just going to stick with a pirate cove for now. We're going to need a fort also. Trying to decide how I want to build this. We want guard towers. I just don't know how to position them yet. We might not run across too many pirates here. But if we do, we're at least prepared. Okay, so we got all the industries. Let's build some residential places. So right in the colonial era, you got 3 options. You got your bunkhouse, which is for poor. Country house, which is a little better housing quality. You can see 32 versus 48. Those numbers matter for some missions, the housing quality. And then you got mansion. So mansion can only be from tenants that are rich or better. Country house, you gotta be well off. And for bunkhouse, you gotta be poor. There's one other option of being broke, which is what all those people are in shacks. I might build some of these conventos later, which is kind of a lower style of house. Or I can make it so that even broke people can be in those kind of areas. So let's go ahead. Let's get some bunkhouses built. How do I want to do this? Because I know I want to build one here. Build one here. build a swath of them here. Let's build 2 here. I don't know, because later I'm gonna want to replace these with tenements, and then I just want to build a few country houses. And I want to build them away from the road usually, because they don't require a Teamster's office to go in and out of. So people can walk from away from the road to get to these. Tavern. Let's get a tavern for these people. So they're entertained. We'll stick away from the luxury entertainment for now. Let's get this newspaper built, because that's going to help us with liberty later, so that we can overthrow our governor, who is our very condescending governor. We can't do anything with tourism right now, so I skipped right over into our services. Grocery store. We definitely want to get that going. Chapel. I haven't really made a good, like, residential area, so I'm kind of all over the place right now. We can probably build, like, a country house right here to fill in that area. Let's build a chapel up here, and maybe some bunk houses. Back there. We got our fort. We got at least one guard tower. Dungeon we'll skip for now. We done our research. Raids. We gotta wait until that's constructed. We got to do some more upgrading here. So let's go ahead and hit play. Let the quick build stuff build. Just saying that we're going to need 250,000 in our Swiss bank account to win. Okay, so a bunch of stuff built. I'm going to max out the budget on these mines. I'm going to hold down control and left click. Now that took all the mines and made them the same budget. So I don't have to go to every mine. Unless I build a new one, then I have to go to it and set the budget. So you saw I set the budget for this Teamster's office, then built this one. So the budget wasn't set. Now it is. Let's go ahead and take our farms. Let's get that set. Our corn is set. Our cattle ranch. I probably shouldn't have spent 3,000 on that, but lumber mill. Let's hastily debark. Maybe. Yeah, we can leave it at efficient. Let's go ahead and upgrade our still. I don't think there's much else we can upgrade. We do have our pirate cove. Let's just get that built, since that seems to take so much time. So here's where we can raid other places. So it'll cost us 2,000 treasure hunt points in 6 months to do this. I'm going to hold down shift to have this repeat while we wait for missions. We can change our budget here. We're going to go with this because it decreases the mission by 50%. But there's a 20% chance they'll die in the mission. I'll take that chance. We want to upgrade our fisherman's wharf to dredge for shellfish. And I let's go with the library here. Library, that'll get us the research points. So if there's 3 people in there, it's like usually 1 point per person for library. So if there's 1 person in the library, actually in it, not like at their home, you get 1 per day of that month, and that's 1 knowledge point. And then those knowledge points, like in this case, Penal Colony is 500 points. I'm going to get some more out of my mines here by starting out with this Employee of the Month edict. Let's go ahead and soup up the library, switch the newspaper over to independent. I wonder if I should reposition this. I'm going to. Just because I need maximum coverage area for when I want to declare independence from the I don't know, the Lord Wyndham person. So let's go ahead, speed up this game a little bit. A lot of open, because I really went crazy on the... building, which you normally wouldn't do if you had a little more limited resources. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my almanac. You can see how people's happiness are, people, economy, how the factions think of you and how many are of each, how your foreign relations are, your buildings, and any conflicts that are imminent. Well, I am going to find which buildings. So we have unemployed people and vacant jobs. So I'm just going to wait a little bit and see if these people get to the appropriate jobs. I was going to actually hire foreign workers. Got our fort. I should have probably quick builded it, but since it's almost built here, we'll make that a priority along with this to have health care on it. The chapel needs to be maximum, and I'm going to flip this over to help first. So its service quality is down by 10, but by me raising the budget, I've covered for that. But at least they'll get health care if they're lower than 25. So now you're going to get these requests from revolutionaries and the crown. Here it's produce fish. So we'll definitely accept that because you need to fulfill all these revolutionary demands. And now get your rating higher with them, and then you'll get more revolutionary citizens, which will help you overthrow the crown. But we want to keep our mandate going. So I have 5 years and 4 months before it's basically game over, you lose. So by completing these requests from the crown, I have the option of either getting $2,000, or I guess I don't know what kind of currency unit this is, but extend the mandate by 18 months. So I'm going to accept this. I'm going to see what we have here for things to trade. In this trade window, it shows what routes are offered, your active trade routes, the price for said goods. You could actually select to not export a certain good and use it internally, but I've rarely turned off stuff like that. Price modifiers. I actually haven't seen much in here for price modifiers. Maybe I don't look too much. I should check here more and see if price modifiers come up, and then any completed trade routes. So in this case, I'm going to actually buy some additional trade licenses, because you could have multiple trade routes going. I am going to pick... Man, this ain't a good selection. I'm going to pick coffee. Sign a contract for that. I think I'm going to have excess logs. So I'm going to sign a contract on that too. As you can see, the boat comes in every so often. We'll increase our port budget. We fulfilled our coffee. So now I have the option of extending my mandate or getting $2,000. I'll extend my mandate for another 18 months, which is now reflected here. So there's no date and year until you get past your colonial era. So now you see the next boat is going to come in 7 months and 6 months and 24 days. And you can see the stuff is coming into here and how much I roughly will expect to get from that minus any imports. Since I fulfilled that import, I'm going to see if I can cancel that contract. Oh, I fulfilled it. That's right. So I would have probably canceled that contract so I'm not paying for something I don't want. Let's preach. Help first, preach later. We got our tavern here. So you can see how the people have flocked to the higher paying jobs. Buy a car, build a coconut harvester. Coconuts don't bring you much in this game. I know, like, one of the missions, you use coconuts. But we will quick build this. Extend our mandate. I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't need a coconut cutter that badly. So, just checking to make sure we had everything upgrade. I thought there was something in the mines to upgrade, but I guess not. So let's go ahead and just wait around here. We should be producing fish here. Oh, here we go. So it's kind of early, but so here's how you progress to the World Wars. So you got to have an average revolutionary approval of 55 out of 60, and then the percentage of the population supporting revolutionaries is 60%. This is kind of early for this to occur. Usually this will happen after a few more tasks, but we're going to obviously accept it. Make sure that we're fully upgraded here. We need to fulfill a trade route with the crown. Let's see what we have here. Gold. We got gold. We got meat. We're gonna go with gold. I could probably want meat or rum. I could have actually had my pick of the contracts here. We'll take a couple here. Just because it helps your standing with the crown. And when you're on this trade screen, I should probably talk about this a little more here in the first video, is you can get more money for stuff. So you can see standard income for, let's say, meat per 1,000 that you export is 2,300. Or if you auto export it, it's 2,300. Route income per 1,000 units if you take this contract is 2,530. It's saying that you'll get paid 10% more per 1,000 if you take this contract. And once you fulfill this contract, you're going to have a +7 signing and another +7 with the crown after completing it. So I get paid more for this contract, but keep it in mind that that stuff goes to that, because later on it's going to be allies access. Western Bloc, Eastern Bloc, and then you'll have individual nations that all that stuff goes to them first. So I could theoretically sign a 10,000 meat contract here, and if I complete it, it'd be plus 14. But I'm not going to do that. I need to keep some slots open here for future crown requests. I might do it in modern times, but not now. Let's hire some fishermen here, since I saw the ship coming in there.
Which is whatever the crown says it is.
Take another 18 months just in case. I don't want to get. I could probably start taking 2,000 out here, but we'll see. How's this newspaper doing? Let's go maximum. Oh, let's talk about a couple things here. Independent allows for a 25% chance people will shift their views to revolutionary factions. So that's why I moved it, so I could cover more houses and hopefully get my ratings up. It's kind of early for this to come up, but anyway, let's talk about the next big thing that actually just popped up here. Pirates. So
What a day.
pirates are a way to be a nuisance in the colonial era. That's why I built my fort right away. Let's see what they're going to attack. They're going to attack that over here. Let's see where they're going to land, and then we'll have to adjust our guard towers for future invasions. But theoretically, you should see people pop out of this fort. Where did you land?
Okay. May I help you?
I totally misunderstood my own pirate ship for pirates. They actually landed over here. Yep, still learning this game a little bit, but they actually probably came off the sea here, landed. I thought it was kind of odd. So I probably want to get a guard tower over here for future pirate ship encounters. So we should see. Oh, here we go. Here is our infantry. They should intercept the pirate ship before they get to this gold mine here. But what we're going to do here quick is we're going to quick build a guard tower. So we have that for the future, because they generally will attack in the same spot or where they think you're the weakest. And actually, I kind of manipulated the game a little bit there. Because they see the guard tower, they actually doubled back to it. I noticed that I've done that actually before on another map, so that I could kind of keep them away. They're probably going to destroy this thing before our infantry can get over there, but we're going to have 2 infantry get over. This is going to be... Okay, so we got the upper hand now. It should repair itself. If it gets too far down, like even with fires, you might have to repair it or rebuild it. So there, we got rid of the attackers. And now the guard tower is in place. I just wanted it over here because there's like 3 key buildings here. And I didn't want those to get impacted. Let's get our trade route before that ship gets in. Rum. Do we have rum in here? No, we do not, but we got meat in there. We got our fish. Now here you can get 10 revolutionary immigrants, $2,000, or a random blueprint. If you kind of want to play this out, you could do random blueprint. The 2,000 isn't worth it, but we're most definitely 99% of the time you're going to want to do 10 revolutionary immigrants. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. That we got way more sugar than we know what to do with. So let's go ahead and quick build another still. There's our rum. This is our 18 months. Let's take the 18 months. If I get to like 10 years, I think I'll actually go with the money instead. Let's see here. Our pirates came up with research on a church fee. Here is another revolutionary demand. Corn. That's usually what they demand when it's from crops. So, hey, look, I have a corn. We got pirates again, but this time we are prepared. I'm just checking our grocery here quick. Soup up the payout on it. Let's actually quick check research. So we got employee of the month, so everything should be working overtime as long as I select it. Let's get food to the people. I should have probably selected urban development before I built all those houses. Oops. But now I'm probably going to want to add like a second guard tower to help out here. Yeah, this time we're going to have to repair it. Let's go ahead and quick build another guard tower.
It's nice to have choices.
Let's go ahead, give it the max. We got to get some trade route. In this case, you can see he allows me to do import or export. Sometimes they're specific, sometimes they're not. We're definitely going to take the meat one. I'm going to build the dungeon. Just because I can get some money off of it. So, as you can see here, out of sight, out of mind, we're going to go convict labor. So you can see it decreases the efficiency by 30%, but generates $25 per inmate per month. So, I could theoretically just start arresting people right now. So we completed that. That'll get me back to 55%. I need them to be coming in a little more here with their demands. But like I said, it was kind of quick and early. I might build another newspaper. That might help too. I don't know. Actually, we're in a pretty good coverage area right now. How are we doing? We still got... I'm just gonna leave it. I think we can complete it by task. By completing these tasks, if they'd come in a little more. Got raid points. I'm gonna build that newspaper. Can I get it where? No. Well, if I build it right there, I can get. I'll probably get rid of it later, replace it with radio, but I need to.
Well, you did the right thing, which is
Let's take the money. As we're producing the corn here. See, that's what I was afraid of, to build the second distillery. Now I don't have enough sugar in. Or I don't have enough Teamster office. But what I think we're going to do is that's going to conclude this video here. What we'll do is we'll pause it. We're going to save this. We're going to call this our hogziller video. And we are going to pick up in part 2. I can see this being a many part series, just because there's so much to do in this game. But if you like what you see in this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to share your experiences of playing Tropico 6, leave a comment, and please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in part 2. Thank you.